Let's dive into the world of cyber espionage today, with one of the most prolific Chinese state-sponsored groups at the forefront, RedDelta. Known by various aliases like Mustang Panda or TA416, this group has carved out a reputation for itself, persistently aligning its attacks with Beijing's geopolitical goals. Now, what stands out about RedDelta isn't just the sheer frequency of their campaigns, but their adaptability. Recent reports, show a clear shift in their focus, targeting regions and entities amid rising geopolitical tensions. And we're talking about threats in key regions like Taiwan, Mongolia, and Southeast Asia, areas directly impacting Chinese strategic interests. Take, for example, their infiltration of Mongolia's Ministry of Defense in what seems to be an ongoing effort to monitor and influence policies in the region, or their compromising of Vietnam's Communist Party in late 2024, a calculated effort, it appears, to gain intellectual and political leverage. Even the Vatican wasn't spared in earlier campaigns, a fascinating case of espionage tactics with a geopolitical twist. But perhaps the most ambitious operation we've seen is Operation Jiangsun. This cyber espionage campaign targeted telecommunications companies under the guise of legitimate domains like Huawei's official website. If you're wondering how this connects to earlier patterns, well, the techniques used, like phishing links and sophisticated decoy documents, bear an uncanny resemblance to RedDelta's previous modus operandi. It's ingenious, actually, leveraging these fronts to evade detection and siphon off critical data. RedDelta's reliance on highly adaptive infrastructure is key here. Even when their activities are publicly reported, this group doesn't stop. They modify their tools for continued access, evolving constantly to outsmart even vigilant defenders. It's this tenacity that makes them, let's say, a fascinating yet formidable threat actor in today's cyber battlefield. And all of this, of course, underscores a central question. How are they able to keep up this relentless operational pace without significant interruption? So, let's peel back the layers of PlugX, the malware that has taken center stage in RedDelta's campaigns. It's not just another piece of malicious software. It's practically a signature feature of their operations, evolving in ways that consistently outsmart even seasoned defenders. PlugX operates stealthily, employing techniques like DLL sideloading, which leverages legitimate software to load malicious code, a tactic specifically designed to evade traditional detection mechanisms. Their spear phishing methods are equally innovative. Targeted emails often include thematic decoy documents tailored to lure victims. These documents might reference geopolitical topics, invitations to high-level meetings, or even humanitarian crises. It's all carefully calculated to trick recipients into clicking just the right link or downloading the wrong attachment. But here's where it gets even more sophisticated. RedDelta has begun exploiting Cloudflare's infrastructure, not in the ways you'd expect for protection, but to obscure their command and control communications. Essentially, they're funneling traffic through legitimate channels, blending in with routine network activity, making it incredibly tricky to detect and block. And then we have a particularly clever approach, tunneling through Visual Studio Code. Imagine a threat actor using tools that developers trust to sneak through your defenses. That's how they're making their infections appear as innocuous as possible, burrowing deeper into their target's systems. All this tells us that RedDelta isn't just following a playbook. They're writing it as they go, leveraging every opportunity to stay ahead of the curve and consistently fine-tuning their techniques to exploit evolving vulnerabilities. It's an arms race, you could say, played out in the digital realm. Now, how do we respond to RedDelta's challenges? Let's start with some critical steps organizations can take to fortify their defenses. You see, Yara and Sigma detection rules are truly indispensable tools here. They allow security teams to identify patterns and anomalies linked to PlugX, before it burrows too deeply into systems. Employing these rules as part of a multi-layered defense strategy can make it measurably harder for threat actors to remain undetected. And then there's Mongolia, which offers a fascinating case study. After attacks targeting its Ministry of Defense, the country seemed to adapt impressively, stepping up both technological defenses and intelligence sharing. The lesson? High-risk environments must leverage tailored strategies, things like network segmentation, strict compartmentalization of sensitive data, and constant vigilance to keep attackers out. It's about building layers of resilience, reducing attack surfaces, and knowing exactly where you're most exposed. But this isn't just about localized defenses. RedDelta, after all, operates within a broader geopolitical tapestry. Their activities underscore the need for cohesive global cybersecurity policies. Nations must collaborate to disrupt these intricate, state-sponsored campaigns, sharing threat intelligence and putting pressure on entities enabling them. We're dealing with actors who align their timelines and targets so perfectly with strategic interests, whether it's influencing policies or monitoring sensitive communications. So, as I see it, the fight against RedDelta is both technical and diplomatic. We need sharper tools and better fences, yes, but also collective determination to safeguard what's at stake. Not just the systems and data that underpin institutions, but the trust and collaboration that make them work. And on that note, we'll leave it here for today. Thanks for tuning in to Security News Elite. Stay sharp, stay informed, and above all, stay secure. Until next time.